Good evening. My name is Vanessa Game, and I'll be the speaker of our Tesla management team. We are Team 6, and my teammates are Cristina Duverge, Eric Mendes, Leonardo Sevilla, and Kimberly Vieira. Our presentation will cover the following topics: the CEO's vision and mission, Tesla's product lines and strategy, its competitors, and our recommendations. As you can see in this slide, Elon Musk's Tesla CEO mission statement is to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport by bringing compelling mass market electric cars to market as soon as possible. Has he accomplished this? We'll see. We all have seen a Tesla before, and when you see one, you can't help but think, wow, that is a car like no other, whether you like it for yourself or not. You see, Tesla's business model and strategy is different than most automobile companies. In contrast to other automakers, Tesla's business strategy was to differentiate itself. Instead of trying to build an economical car that could potentially mass produce and market quickly, Tesla focused on building a car like no other. However, most of Tesla's vehicles were so costly in price that it was targeted to the upper class. Most recently, Tesla's introduced the Model 3, which was more affordable, starting at $35,000, and not just available to the upper class. Tesla's CEO wanted to make sure and make it clear that this following statements. He wanted to build a sports car, which is the first generation, use that money to build an affordable car, which is the second generation, use that money to build an even more affordable car, which is their Model 3. While doing all this, he also wanted to make sure that he provides zero-emission electric power generation options. And of course, don't tell anyone. Yes, he said that. It is quite obvious that Tesla has created goals that are far more than just creating expensive cars. One of the most prominent business strategies that were adopted by Tesla were based on how they can penetrate the market based on their expensive high-end cars while disrupting the technology for electric vehicles. We understand that Elon Musk's thoughts and plan for Tesla was to develop high-end cars and invest the profits from this creating more reasonable priced vehicles. However, it seems to create a misconception for its proposal because the value proposition of the brand is associated with luxury high-end cars. Tesla is trying to focus on keeping overall cost leadership, along with concentrating on their differentiation strategy, where they are creating their way of standing out, providing their product and how customers service is offered. Tesla's factory-to-consumer model is unconventional. Customers can go to a store that is usually located at a mall and choose their preferred model. They will give a down payment and wait for the car to be built and delivered to their houses. This process can also be done online. This is completely different from what we have out there in the traditional dealership that you go, negotiate the price, then take the car home. It's just a completely different model of selling their cars. In this slide, we can see the automobile industry analysis. When trying to position Tesla in this analysis, Tesla fails to have a space in it. According to Musk, their vehicles' engines are as fast as Ferraris and Porsches. Their simple design is as luxurious as BMWs, and their new Model 3 is affordable as a Toyota. Even though Tesla has become one of the most growing companies in the industry in the past years, innovating with their electric batteries, self-driving hardware, charging stations, and simple design, the gap between market segments in Tesla's business strategy is creating a contradiction. While Elon Musk's idea of producing cars for the masses is using the profit from the luxury vehicles could sound very attractive, it can also destroy their business model. As you can see, Tesla lacks a position in the market since they want to compete with Toyota and BMW simultaneously. While BMW has its more affordable models and Toyota has their luxury lines, they both have a clear business strategy and position in the automobile industry. Every automaker has its own strategy. Here, we will discuss a few of the automakers with very concise strategies and Tesla's. In the case of BMW, their market segment is positioned above middle class. They believe they are the most attractive luxury automakers in the industry, compared to Audi, Mercedes, and Porsche, to name a few. Their commercials are made to entice customers to buy luxury cars, portraying individuals alone enjoying their high-performance, quality vehicles. In the case of Toyota, they want to appeal to a more standard population. They believe that when a person acquires a car, it should be for a long term, at the lowest price, without compromising on the production of quality vehicles. Their commercials portray college graduates, newlywed couples, or mothers carpooling after soccer practice. On the other hand, the strategy of Tesla is to enter into higher market segments, where their customers can pay premium prices. In a price comparison, Tesla commercial vehicle Model 3, as we stated before, starts at $35,000, while its other models start at $75,000 and $89,000. This is a huge gap among units. According to Elon Musk, the monetary differences among units is plowed back into R&D to drive down the cost and bring the follow-on products to market as fast as possible. With all points considered, we have few recommendations for Tesla. First is to define their strategy and the demographic target. We understand that Elon Musk has a conception of developing high-end cars and using those profits to create more affordable cars. But we think that having such a broader demographic make the dilution of its value proposition. People usually associate the brand with luxury, high-tech cars. So how can Tesla compete simultaneously with a Toyota Prius and an electric Porsche Taycan? We also think that Tesla should market its perception. The market perception of Tesla is that these are luxury high-tech cars, which is why Tesla should take advantage of this perception. Instead, we believe that having a Tesla has become a symbol of green conscious and disruptive technology while maintaining an upper-class status, something that none of the other cars in the market can offer. More recently, Tesla has been showing us some red flags. Here's the thing. Luxury cars take approximately a year to be assembled because it's high attention to detail and the number of customization options. The issue is that building up high-end vehicles on the same assembly line that regular vehicles do can damage the perception of a splendor associated with it. A perfect example of this can be the discomfort of Jaguar clients when they knew that the cars assembled on Ford regular lines. Tesla is considering implementing the same approach to reduce cost. However, the impact of using the same lines can be not only negative according to the perception of the customers, and it's also not sufficient due to the high operational cost that the company suffers from having its operations in one of the countries with the higher minimum wage in the world. So much so that the company has decided to cut costs by reducing its personnel during the production of its new, cheaper model, a decision that we also consider will be counterproductive to the already delayed shipping orders. Based on all previous explained, as a consulting firm, we will strongly advise that next board of directors meeting should address all recommendations. Tesla is struggling to support its operations due to high operational costs, astronomical R&D expenses, and delivery delays aspects that are already affecting the sustainability of the business. And if on top of all this we add the lack of a clear business strategy, what Tesla has in its hands, it's the perfect recipe for disaster. Thank you.